Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me. I am so happy to be back with today's video. We are going to be talking about concealers. I'm going to share with you some really popular concealers. I'm going to let you know which ones are worth a try and which ones you should skip. Back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm Michelle. I love all things beauty. I really hope that you will enjoy this video. If you do, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you go. And if you hit that bell icon, you can be notified every time I upload a new video. I do want to let you guys know before I get into all of these concealers that what I'm looking for in a concealer might not be what you guys are looking for. I want something not to hide my wrinkles because I don't think any concealer can hide wrinkles. My goal is just to brighten the eye area, to add some hydration, and I definitely don't want the under eye area to look worse. I tend to like hydrating, not full coverage concealers. So if you guys like full coverage, you might not like some of these concealers. So let's just jump right in. I'm going to start with the concealer fails. This one was so popular on social media that it sold out at Sephora and was sold out for the longest time. It is the KULFI Crease Proof Longwear Hydrating Concealer. It retails for $26 and online it says that it has a radiant finish, hydrating, good for redness, good for dark circles, and medium coverage. I really had high hopes for this because so many creators were using this and loving it. It comes with kind of a flat doe foot applicator, just like that. When I first applied it, I thought it looked nice, it felt nice. I would say it's more of a medium to full coverage. And then as you tend to blend it out, it feels a little sticky and it felt drying to me. I didn't find this hydrating at all. It works good on your face, but not if you have dry, mature under eyes. I felt like it just accentuated my wrinkles and I felt really dry by the end of the day. And I made sure that my eyes were nice and hydrated before I put this on, but it just didn't do anything for me. I waited so long to get this concealer. It was just such a disappointment. The next concealer fail that I have, again, was so popular. It is the KOSAS Revealer Super Creamy Brightening Concealer and Daytime Eye Cream. It was $30 for this concealer. I really had high hopes for this. I really believe this is going to work, so much to the point where I bought 3 of them. So I'm definitely going to be sharing these with people. They didn't work for me. For the under eye, I didn't find it hydrating at all. In fact, just like the KULFI, I thought it was super drying. Has the same applicator as the KULFI, kind of the flat doe foot. It's very sticky. When I applied it, it looked like it had great coverage. I tried to thin it out. I've used my fingers. I used a sponge. This concealer, again, is supposed to have a radiant finish. I didn't find either one of these to have a radiant finish. It says good for dark circles, liquid formula, medium coverage, and good for acne and blemishes. Definitely good if you're using it on your face. Just not something I would recommend for dry, mature under eyes. The last concealer that is a fail is the HOURGLASS VANISH Airbrush Concealer. Just like the others, I thought this was going to be great. This one says that it has a natural finish, so not a radiant like the other two. It has full coverage. The other two were medium, and it says it's good for dark circles. This was super drying, maybe because it's a full coverage. I didn't like this at all. I think this was probably the worst out of all 3 of these. I'll just show you what it looks like. It still has the flat doe foot. It's just a little bit rounded versus the other one. That's kind of how it goes on. You can see it's definitely a full coverage. However, it settled into my wrinkles. Just like the others, by the end of the day, my wrinkles looked like they were accentuated and my eyes just felt and looked really dry. So now let's get into my favorites. The first one I have mentioned before, and it is fantastic for mature skin, even on your face. This is the Merit Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Foundation and Concealer Stick. So yes, you can use this as a concealer. You can also use this as a foundation. And if you have dry skin, this is amazing. I don't use it all over my face because I find because I have combination skin, I'm oily in the T-zone, that it could be a little too hydrating in my T-zone. For the under eyes, this is great. This is a fantastic size. It retails for $38. This has a natural finish and it's considered medium coverage, and I agree with that. This is fragrance-free, cruelty-free, and vegan. I'll take this and I will just go right here. I'll do a little bit on the outside and I'll either take my finger or I'll take a beauty blender and just blend it out. It works fantastic. If there's any areas on your face that you want to conceal, This is amazing. I absolutely love this. And it's multi-purpose. It's travel friendly. You can just throw it in a bag and take it with you and use it as a concealer and a foundation. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a great overall concealer and not full coverage. The next concealer that I have, I don't hear anyone talk about, but it is all over social media. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen ads pop up for this. It's geared towards mature women. It is the FIERA Anti-Aging Concealer, although I think they changed it now to the FIERA Luxury Concealer. This is pretty pricey. It's $39.97 and it's for a half ounce. According to the website, it says that this is the only concealer of its kind for over 40. They definitely specify that this is for women over 40. It is a 2-in-1 concealer and foundation. It has light all day, full coverage formula that doesn't dry and stays out of lines. They do have some big claims. It is anti-aging, it has collagen, it has hyaluronic acid that helps reduce the signs of aging, giving you a firmer, healthier, brighter looking skin. I didn't notice any firming. I never notice any firming with products that say that they're firming. I don't know why, maybe it's just me. It says it also reduces the appearance of smile lines and mouth wrinkles. I have all of the above. I mean, our wrinkles are there. I think it's okay, which is why I don't use filters. I try to let you guys see my eyes as close as I can. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. It's very moisturizing and hydrating. It's thick and creamy. It is a beautiful formula. I just wish it wasn't so pricey. That's what it looks like. And it has that nice wet dewy look. It will dry down, but it's still going to have that dewy look. If you don't like a radiant concealer, you won't like it. If you have extremely dry skin and you are unable to find a foundation that gives you enough hydration, you might want to give this a try. There are women on this website I was looking, they look beautiful and they apply it to their entire face. It looks gorgeous, it's dewy. It's kind of beyond radiant. This reminds me a lot of the old Tarte, I believe it was their creaseless concealer. It used to come in a tube exactly like this. I really, really like this. It feels so good on. By the end of the day, you don't feel dry and you're just very, very hydrated. I do highly recommend this. I think if you have really dry skin, you will love this. The next one that I have, I don't know if I mentioned this at all. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Light. It is lovely, and I do have to say I really like it. It has a really neat doe foot shape. You can kind of just get right into the eye area, or you can just put it on your finger and dab it on your face. Let me show you what it looks like. Apparently I'm running really low. That's how much I used it. This has a radiant finish. It's not as dewy as the FIERA. It retails for $26. It says that it is hydrating and it is a natural finish, long wearing, it is hyaluronic acid and it's waterproof. This has been my go-to. I've been using this for a while. I didn't realize it was so low. It's really, really beautiful. It doesn't settle into wrinkles. It's almost like just having a tinted eye cream under your eyes. Same thing with this FIERA. I don't like when my eyes feel dry at the end of the day. I don't think anybody does. In this area, it just starts to feel kind of stiff. These are both fantastic and ultra hydrating. So the last concealer that I have here that I think is definitely worth a try, which totally surprised me, was the Glossier Stretch Concealer. This has blown me away. Since I have gotten this, I have not worn this at all. This is what I've been wearing every day. I'm wearing it right now. I absolutely love it. I'm able to put it under my entire eye area. I don't go right up underneath, but I go right in here, all the way over here. I usually will either use my fingertips or again, I'll use a damp beauty blender. I've actually been powdering this down. I never powder my under eye area because I'm always afraid it's gonna make the concealers look worse and cakey. It looks beautiful. So many creators have been using this and loving it. I wish I had tried this so much sooner. This retails for only $20. Comes in this little pot. This reminds me a lot of my little MAC paint pots. As you can see, it kind of has a glowy finish to it. This says that it does have a radiant finish, a medium coverage. It is good for redness, dark spots, and dark circles. It is cruelty-free. It's supposed to be flexible and buildable, so it's supposed to move with your skin. I haven't had any issues with this settling into the wrinkles around my eyes at all. This definitely, to me, has a radiant finish. On the website, it says that it is radiant, and then it also says that it gives you a dewy finish. This goes on beautifully applied any way. I have used my fingers, I have used a brush, and I've used a beauty blender. It blends out gorgeous. I have used it on other spots of my face. That's what it looks like. You can see it has a little bit of a sheen to it. I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand. I don't know if you can see that or not. This is a perfect match for my skin tone. But you can see there's a little bit of a gloss there. It does dry down, and like I said, I have been powdering it if I don't want to have that radiant finish under my eye, and it powders down amazingly well. This is a must try. And I've been on the hunt for a long time for anything that I can use under my eyes that's not going to make them look worse. So out of my 4 favorites here, I would say if you're looking for full coverage and you want that dewy radiant look, go with the FIERA or the Merit, which makes sense because these are both concealer slash foundations. So the coverage is really great. The hydration is fantastic. This one is definitely dewy, radiant, where this one is just more of a natural finish, maybe a little bit radiant. Out of the Glossier and the Too Faced Ethereal Light, these are very, very similar. I like how the Glossier goes on a little bit better. I can layer this one under my eye, which is surprising if I need a little more coverage without having accentuate my wrinkles. The Ethereal Light goes on beautifully, but I do have to put it on thin. I think these 4 would look great on mature under eyes. They're definitely worth a try. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this and found it helpful. I do have a ton of other concealers here, drugstore and high-end, that I'm going to be trying out. So hopefully I'll have another video down the road. I will link everything down below for you in the description box if you were interested. I hope you all have a great weekend. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch. I appreciate it so much, and I will see you in my next video.